Hey everyone, hope you're all doing well. I thought I'd do a quick review today on something I bought for the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. I think this thing's pretty cool. It's the Scotty Makes Stuff case. There's a couple different versions of this case. This one is the large one, so it accommodates the extended battery. They make a smaller one, I believe, that just has that little nub that you can screw into the bottom of. This is the Pro version, but they make a slim version which doesn't have all the mounts that this one has. He has a lot of different things that he's coming up with, but this case is pretty awesome. It's super durable. It's got quarter 20 mounts on the sides. It's got two on the bottom, got a quarter 20 on the bottom as well for a tripod. The cover has a metal plate so you can magnetically put your lens filters on there. So I usually carry the wide filter and then I carry a night pollution filter. And then on the top here, you could see that there's a hole for the DJI microphone to clip into. Everything is felt lined, so it's really soft in here. So nothing's going to scratch. And the same thing with the actual handle itself. So when you slide the camera in, you're sliding it into that felt. And then the camera itself is secured at the bottom. So there's a screw down here that you're actually screwing the camera into the case. So this thing is not going to go anywhere at all. I love how everything is built and nothing conflicts. So you can turn this thing on. The gimbal moves freely. Nothing's in the way. Nothing's in the way of the screen. When you put the cover on, the cover doesn't touch the screen at all. Everything is built so well. The other thing is that when you have a filter on the lens, sometimes the lens won't close all the way. And with this, there's so much room that this gimbal or this lens could be anywhere it wants to. And when you put this on top of it, there's a lot of room in there for the lens to be in any position. So that's a good thing. And then everything just fits together really nice. It's really secure. It's not coming off. You could see these little fingers on the side here too. So one is you can rest the camera down and you're not going to hit anything. But if you rest this thing down on its face like that, it's not going to hit the screen. The other thing, if it falls and tips that way, it's not going to hit the screen. There's enough clearance there. The gimbal, on the other hand, is a little bit different. It'll land pretty much, depending which way the gimbal's facing. If it's on its side like this, there's no way the gimbal's going to touch. But if it's rotated outwards and it falls towards the screen, it gets pretty close. So I don't think it's going to take the full brunt. I think this thing's going to pick up most of the impact. But depending on how it falls, you still could damage the gimbal. So just be careful of that. At least that's my thought. I haven't stress tested this thing at all. I don't know if this is an intended design or not. And it could be because I just have this little Peak Design anchor clip at the bottom here that's creating a little bit of pressure. When you take this off, and you're going to shoot video, you're thinking to yourself, okay, what do I do with this? I could put it down on the ground. I could carry it under an arm or do whatever I'm going to need to do. But what's cool is, and again, I don't know if this is a design feature or if it's just something that just happens to work. For me, I could just put this in there like that. Now, it's not snapping in there, but there's enough friction with that anchor clip in there that it does hold the handle in there. And it just gives you now a wider grip. So you have at least some place to put it. Again, it's not super sturdy. I wouldn't go off doing action sports or anything like that with it or thinking that I could let go of this thing. But if you needed to put it down, it will stand. It gives you a little bit of a wider base. Again, I don't know if that was by design or not. If it is, Scotty's brilliant. But at least it gives you some place to put the cover. And when you're done, you just take it off and you can close the camera back up again. So let's talk about the anchor clip for a minute. This is just a regular Peak Design anchor clip. You can get these off Amazon or the Peak Design store. They're not expensive at all, but they are very durable. I don't like the wrist strap that came with the Pocket 3. One is it's super flimsy. And second of all, the hole that the strap fits into at the bottom here is super tiny. Like it's literally like threading a needle to try to get that in there. And then you have this kind of flimsy, dangly strap. For me, these anchors are a lot better. You can't get these anchors into the little hole in the Pocket 3. Apparently they made old anchors that were a lot thinner than these that you could force your way through. But these anchors here are a little bit thicker and a little bit more sturdier, but they're not going to fit into the DJI hole. I wish they would. But Scotty Makes Stuff gives you a hole that you could fit these things through. And that's great because now you could use like a Peak Design wrist strap, clip this in here. And now this thing is not going to go anywhere. And it's a really nice, sturdy strap. The other thing that I did to this is I put a Insta360 magnetic mounting clip or plate at the bottom of this. And what I like about that is you can now go from device to device. So I could put it onto a tripod, or this is that crazy, I think they call it a mantis or something like that. But now it gives you an option that if you wanted to vlog, you can do that. And then when you're done, you just squeeze the little clips on the side here. You just squeeze the edges and everything comes off. So that's really convenient to have that plate on the bottom. Also, it's flat, so you can stand the camera up as well. Another thing that Scotty gives you is a belt clip on the back. I don't know if you can see this, but it's a really well-designed belt clip. It's really sturdy. It's made out of 3D plastic, but it's super stiff. And so if you need a place to clip it on your belt, clip it on your pocket, do something with it, you can, if you have a loop on your backpack strap, you can clip it on your backpack strap. It's really well designed. But here's the other thing I was thinking about with this. Because he gives you so many mounting options, when you unscrew this, this becomes another 1/4 mount. You can do a couple things with this. You can put GoPro mount on the back of this as well, the little fingers, and you can bolt GoPro stuff to it if you want. But here's what I did is I took another one of these Insta360 mounting plates, and you can screw it into the bottom here. And now you could take the same mounting clip and you can just magnetically clip it into this. And now you have a different way to hold this camera. So if you wanted to hold it more of a pistol grip style, you can do that. You can extend it out that way as well. And so it just gives you another way to do this. And it's really on there really well. Take it off. It's just easy to squeeze it. Now, here's the other cool thing. If you're a super nerd, because you will get nerd points for all this, whether the belt clip or the next thing I'm going to show you, you can do this with it. So now once you have this mounting plate to the back, what you can do is I have a Peak Design backpack, and you don't need a Peak Design backpack, by the way. Very good backpack, but you don't need one. Any backpack will do. And I'm sure there's other clips as well that you can do the same thing I'm going to show you. But if you take that Insta360 right there, and now you have the plate, and now it just clips in there. And this thing is really sturdy. It's not going anywhere. I could shake this thing all day long. I could tug on it. I could pull on it, and it's not going to leave the backpack. And then when I want to take it off, I just squeeze the little pins and it comes right off. I'm going to put it back on. It just clips right back on and it's on there. If you really need to go hands-free and you need some place to put your camera and you don't want to stick it in your back pocket, then you can just clip it onto your backpack here. If you're wearing a backpack or a messenger bag, I'm sure you can bolt this to a messenger bag of some sort, but it's really convenient to put that on there. I think that this company, Scotty Makes Stuff, he's got some really cool things on his website. If you are interested in getting something for your Pocket 3, I'll leave a link down below so you can at least find it. I'm not affiliated by any means with this company. I just thought that the product was really well built and serves a purpose. You have now something that's really durable. This camera is fragile, but this makes it a lot more durable in my mind. I just think this product is really well built. It's really convenient. You just take the lid off and you're ready to go. And now you can shoot and you're protected. Hope this was helpful for those of you who own a Pocket 3. And I'll talk to you soon. Take care.